Dzień dobry widzowie, z tej strony Padre Pedro, a to jest kolejny odcinek gry Hogwarts Legacy, Dziedzictwo Hogwartu i kontynuujemy wydarzenia z poprzedniego odcinka, czyli razem z Amitem próbujemy uciec z jaskini goblinów, z kopalni goblinów. W końcu próbowaliśmy wykraść, chociaż nie tyle wykraść, co zajrzeć w ich plany budowy pisane w języku goblideduckim.
We're almost out of here, Amit. Look, the lift. A welcome sight indeed.
A że Amit zna ten język, dlatego się tutaj z nami zabrał. Czy uda się stąd uciec? No raczej tak, jesteśmy już blisko.
Can we please talk about
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood? I'll leave you to it.
Wykorzystane i
Your goblet secrets are safe
porzucone.
with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday. Without further ado, adieu.
Ja już to widzę, jak Amit wyolbrzymia wszystkie dokonania jego w trakcie eksploracji kopalni.
Enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it.
Okej, to jest
She
ta
was certain it was made of
uczennica
golden
moich
metal, but was unable to open it.
mentorów z obrazów.
She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and
A to nie,
skill
to się pomyliłem.
caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch when I heard she had been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lodgok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
No tak, to trochę tłumaczy podejście Lodgoga do pomocy czarodziejom, a nie Ranrockowi. Okej, spotka się z Sebastianem w górującej kopalni. Szybka podróż na północną część mapy.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
No i czekamy na Sebę.
I thought my owl might pique your interest.
I came as soon as I could.
I'd been so distracted by the scriptorium and Slytherin's book that I'd almost forgotten what it was that had struck me about that triptych. This is the view painted on the canvas that was left on it.
That's incredible. You know this area well.
And while I was waiting for you, I scouted around and discovered an abandoned mine nearby, surrounded by Ranrock's loyalists.
Do you think there's a connection to the triptych?
I've no idea, but perhaps they're searching it, the way they did Rookwood Castle and Isidora's Manor. How do we want to handle this?
We need to see what they're doing.
A zrobimy
I say
im
we
z
take
tyłków
the head
jesień
on.
średniowiecza.
Let's bury some enemies.
Very well.
And I still have that rune symbol we found on the triptych. If there is a connection, I suspect we'll see that symbol again.
After you.
A gdzie jest strefa misji? No dobra.
There they are up ahead.
I'll let you lead.
No one enters this mine. Kill anyone who tries.
Ranrock's loyalists are out for blood.
You haven't had mushroom stew like what my mother used to make. Oh, like heads of lettuce, those mushrooms were.
No coś nie pykło.
This is going well.
We make a good team.
We do at that.
Tie.
Once again, we could fight our way through or be discreet.
You know which one I'd choose.
Coming back this way.
Bombarder!
Potato!
I shall avenge your death.
Accio!
Bombarder!
And the fun is over.
Fun is a relative term.
It is. And that was
Revelio.
relatively fun.
I tu jest wejście do kopalni, tak? Górująca kopalnia.
For better or for worse, we're in. This mine looks like a tomb.
It was closed after accidents were reported. Now I see why. Ranrock's loyalists are in here.
Revelli. Too many. They definitely think there's something here they want.
Okej, czyli będziemy musieli się bawić w
Any ideas?
Wingardium Leviosowanie, tak? Albo po prostu przemieszczanie przedmiotów. Weź Sebastian, idź stąd.
It's no wonder spiders give people goosebumps.
Could be the hairy legs, or the soulless eyes, or the fangs.
Smashing.
Should have thought to conjure stairs.
Okej, tym razem to tylko pająki. To znaczy niby jakiś miniboss? Czy o co chodzi?
We're making quick work of them.
Professor Hecat would be proud.
She would at that. Ranrock's loyalists have all but declared war.
Okej, to było ciekawe. Czy to jest ta roślina, która była w Harrym Potterze z rodzaju kamienia filozoficznego? Chyba tak.
I think we're going to be a bit distracted from room for a moment. We have another fight on our hands.
Oh, this day's gone on too long. Such arrogance.
Cleared the room.
You're not a bad chap for a Slytherin.
For a Ravenclaw, you certainly have a lot to learn.
No i sprawdziłem i co?
Now, Bombarda! Have a look around.
Incendio.
Rune symbol above the cavern door.
Ranrock's loyalists never knew to look for it.
Co i w tym czasie powinienem jeszcze jedno uderzyć, tak? Czy jak to działało, bo nie pamiętam.
Surprised to find a couple more Wingardium Leviosa. Wasn't expecting that. What do you have there?
Revelio. A journal entry by Isadora.
Hopefully it will help us unravel more of this mystery.
Sebastian, I think I found something. A canvas piece.
Brilliant. Our efforts weren't in vain after all. Still, something about this place feels odd.
Co tam myślisz,
If the
Sebastian, na ten
triptych led us
temat?
here to find this bit of canvas, we can probably assume that Isadora Morganach was here.
She seems to have been everywhere.
But if she was using the Undercroft and the cellar beneath her manor in Feldcroft, why would she create this space?
And why hide it behind cryptic rune symbols and ancient magic that no one but you could see?
Isadora and Percival Rackham, another of the keepers, could see traces of ancient magic too.
Rackham? I haven't heard his name before.
Here are some of the memories I've seen. I don't think he and Isadora saw eye to eye on how this magic should be used.
This is all rather baffling. Let's take the canvas back to the triptych. Perhaps the answers are there. This place is odd, to be sure, but I'm fascinated by it. Now, for the trek back out of here and to Hogwarts.
Unless we can find another passageway to the Undercroft. Let's have a look around. Revelio.
No i jest magiczne przejście.
And now for the moment of truth.
It has to fit. Please tell me you recognize the location in this bit of canvas.
The good news is I do, in fact.
And the bad news?
We're in for more trouble. I know that coast. Ranrock has taken over a huge mine in the surrounding area. Morrowind has suffered for it. It's as bad as Feldcroft's become. Should we head there now?
We should wait.
Why?
All this time, we've been a step behind Ranrock. I may know someone who could help us get ahead.
Who is that?
A friendly goblin. He wants
Myślę, że
no
mogę
part in
zdradzić
Ranrock's
jego
fight.
tożsamość
A friendly
Sebastianowi.
goblin. You know, goblins cursed my sister to shut her up. Said she should be seen and not heard.
I do, but not all goblins are...
Not all goblins what? Have you forgotten Feldcroft? Have you forgotten the mine we just went through?
Oj, Sebastian, nie przesadzaj.
You're not listening to me.
Why would I listen to someone so ignorant?
You don't know what you're saying. Take a breath for a moment.
Oh, I know precisely what I'm saying. Unbelievable.
Co z tobą jest nie tak, Sebastian? Jaki tu masz problem?
You'll never believe
What did you discover in the spellbook we found in the scriptorium?
Salazar Slytherin's spellbook was a little difficult to interpret, but fascinating. Evidently, he encouraged dark magic at Hogwarts. Neither the Imperious Curse nor the Killing Curse was unforgivable during his time. He believed students should be prepared to use dark magic when necessary, not to fear it. That's why we had to use Crucio to gain access to the scriptorium. He didn't want his knowledge shared with anyone who was afraid of the power of dark magic.
Jestem gdzieś pomiędzy, ale powiedzmy,
I
że...
know we had to do it to open the scriptorium, but it's not something I'd want to repeat.
And I'm glad we did it, because in the spellbook I also found something else.
Oho, kolejne
References to a
wykazane
lost relic,
zaklęcie.
which, from what I can tell, grants the holder the power to reverse dark magic curses.
And you think this relic might be able to save Anne?
Precisely.
Okej, jest nadzieja dla
I
jego
plan to
siostry.
search for this relic, but I don't think we should tell anyone. Especially Ominous. He wouldn't understand.
I see no reason
Nie,
to
nie
involve
zrozumiałby
Ominous.
tego.
I'm glad you agree. When I know more,
Tego ma
I shall
Sebastian
send her
rację.
now.
Co do
Don't
tego,
feel
to się
sorry
z nim
for Ominous.
zgodzę.
Keeping this to ourselves for now is for his own good.
I'll decide what's for my own good.
Ominous, we were just about to get some air. Care to join?
You're a liar, Sebastian. I heard everything. You swore you'd never engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
No, I didn't. I said I understood you wanting that. I'd never swear to give up.
Nie
on
pamiętam,
finding a
gdzie
cure
miała
for
ta
Anne.
rozmowa.
You don't know when to stop, do you?
I know when not to stop. Leave this alone, Ominous. I'll be on my way.
Revelio.
I am not letting this go.
Ominous, Sebastian meant well.
I know what I heard. You knew I wouldn't agree with this. Going after that relic is not a good idea. Sebastian doesn't even realize it, but he's as irresponsible and reckless now as his parents were years ago. It's why they died.
Poor Anne and Sebastian.
That's why I can't understand Sebastian's recklessness. I've practically lost Anne. I can't lose Sebastian too. Please avoid anything to do with that spellbook.
Those references in the book seem promising.
Everything to do with Salazar Slytherin seems promising until it's too late. I hope Sebastian pursues this no further, but if you think he might, please let me know. It would mean a lot.
Jeszcze czego, dopiero co Miz w ogóle mnie nie chciał w tej ekipie. Nie chciał ze mną utrzymywać żadnych kontaktów, a teraz mnie prosi o to, żeby mu dał znać, kiedy Sebastian będzie chciał zrobić coś wbrew jemu. Co ja głupi jestem? Okej, znajdź położenie trzeciej próby obrońców. Rozmowa z dyrektorką. Zlokalizuj na mapie. Okej, także nie pozostało nic innego, jak spróbować teraz faktycznie. Jak stąd wyjść? Teraz po prostu się jakoś przeteleportujmy. Udajemy się na spotkanie z panią dyrektor. Aczkolwiek to by było na tyle w tym odcinku. To spotkanie już zobaczycie już za tydzień. Dzięki, że byliście ze mną po raz kolejny i nie zapomnijcie, żeby napisać w komentarzach, co wy byście zrobili. Czy byście studiowali czarną magię w celu uratowania siostry kolegi? A może byście uważali, że jest to niewarte być może zepsucia waszej własnej osoby albo osoby waszego przyjaciela. I nie zapomnijcie o subskrybowaniu kanału i lajkowaniu i komentowaniu, jeżeli tylko macie na to ochotę. Nie wiem, czy mi się... Nie chcę się ugrać za tym kluczem. Okej, do usłyszenia za tydzień. Heja!